Hey guys, Tony P here. Making a little video here that's a little bit more tech oriented, not so much fan. It's more for the guys who play guitar and engineer guys. But a lot of people have been asking me what amps I'm using on the videos I've been posting on Facebook, and the ones that have heard the Guardian record, what amps I use on the Guardian record. And I'm going to show you a little secret. There's a company out of Canada called Pou, L-E-P-O-U. And they make Amp Sims for your computer, so a computer-based amp. And I'm just going to show those to you. You can search them on the internet, go right to their page. It's a free download. You can get all this stuff for free. They ask you to donate if you can, and I would advise you guys to try them out. If you like them, donate. That's how they can make more software for us. But this stuff's amazing. First amp that I'm going to show you is their Lay Ecstasy, and it's basically a Bogner Ecstasy. This is the amp that I used on the Telecaster video, the kind of funky thing. Amazing, lots of gain, lots of clean. It's got 3 different channels. Sounds like a Bogner. It's got a little bit more of that compressed mid sound. Not a super metally sounding amp, even though you can gain it up for days, but a little bit more of like a classic sounding amp. Bogner has kind of that thing going on these Ecstasies. And they have a modern sound as well, but love this amp. Love this amp, kind of semi-dirty and dirty as well. So the next one I'm going to show you is the Lecto. That is their version of a dual rectifier. Sounds to me kind of like my old dual that is a little bit more mid-rangey, a little bit more, not as fuzzy sounding as some of the newer rectifiers. Amazing sounding, reminds me a lot of my old dual. This is actually the plug-in that I used for the Strat video with the more Viage kind of long sustainy stuff. Amazing. Hybrid, their version of a Marshall, and like an old Plexi. It's got old Plexi mode, and it's got this gain situation here where it makes it a little bit more modern. The Plexi has that kind of poofier low end, more modern, or more vintage sounding. High gain is more of a modern sounding Marshall. Got that more upper mid crunchy Marshall thing that's going on. They make a LE456, which is a version of Engel Powerball. Cleaner distortion, not quite as fuzzy or zippy sounding. Definitely super gainy, nice metal sounding amp. Super hardcore controls, real bright, real bassy, real mid-rangey, real scoopy. This thing sounds amazing. And then they have their Legion, which is their version of their own high gain amp. Very metal sounding, very good. So those things sound good in themselves. What you need to do is you need to learn this technology if you don't know it, and that is cabinet IR. And that's cabinet impulse response. This is a cabinet convolver by Ignite Amps called the NAD1R, NAD1R. You can go to Ignite Amps. You can download this for free as well, and you can donate if you like. What's great about this is you just open up this little file marking right here, and it opens up the page or the folder that you have your IRs. What an IR is an impulse response. They put a mic in front of an amp, a speaker, and then they take a snapshot, sonic snapshot of how that mic is reacting with those speakers. So it's not a digital simulation, it's actually a digital recording, but it's not X's and O's and guessing what the thing sounds like. It's an actual response of what that sounds like, a recording. I love these right here. These are Cathallen. Now look at all these. These are all free impulse responses I got off the internet. All of them are shareware. They're all free. Nothing illegal here. You can go to Cathallen's website right there, Cathallen, and download these for free. And if you look here, all these numbers, 1 ABC, 2 ABCD, 3 ABC, these are all positions of these mics. Anybody who's an engineer know that you move that mic around, you get a different sound wherever it is on the cone. So the first couple are SM57s. They're micing a vintage 30, 412 cabinet. in a bunch of different positions. Then they have a G12 T75 75 watt Celestion in a bunch of different positions. Then they use an MD421 mic, an AT4050, Audio Technica, SM7, SM8. Oh yeah, I think there's SM58 over. Yeah, 58. So lots of mics, lots of different sounds. Another great company is that you can get impulse responses from is where it is, Red Wire Impulses, and I think it's Red Wires, WRIEZ. But you can go to their website. They give you a free one. Check this out. They give you different sample rates. I usually use 44.1, 24-bit. They give you a free sample of a Marshall 160A, 1960A, I mean, and then open it up. Check this out. AKG 414 ULS, my favorite mic for guitars. Audix, Beyer, Coles ribbon mic, different Neumanns, Royer ribbon mic, SM7, all these different mics, and then you open it up and it's the same thing. It's this Marshall cabinet width, and you can see these different readings here. Cap 0 inch, 5 inches, 1 inch away, 1, 3 inches, 12 inches, then the cap edge, then the cone edge, and each one of these things is going to give you a different sound, because if anybody's recorded guitars, you move that mic around and it picks up a different part of the speaker. So the NAD's killer. Here's LePou's version. It's called the Le Cab 2. What's awesome about this one is it's got 6 different slots. The other one has 2. You can load 6 different cabinet impulse responses into this. You can feed the input here, left or right. It's got normal phase or out of phase. You can switch the phase if the phase is not correct. It's got a delay. You can actually delay this cabinet by a certain amount of milliseconds. High and low pass filters, pan and volume. So you can load 2 different speakers in, or speaker IRs. You can load 6. You can blend them together, turn them on or off, and try different combinations of what that cabinet sounds like. If you got a nice low end sounding beefy cabinet and you want a little bit more bright, find a IR that's closer to the cone, put it in there, load it up, and then blend it in. Amazing technology. Just a little background on me. After I toured all the years and made all the records and stuff, I became a mix engineer and a tracking engineer, mostly mixing. And I've just learned over the years. I've recorded almost every kind of amp you could imagine, all the different mics, and I've mixed hundreds of records. And I know what good guitars sound like. I know what they're supposed to sound like. I've fixed them, I've mixed them, recorded them. These things sound amazing. So try this technology out. Go to those websites. And I'm just sharing that with you guys because somebody shared it with me. Peace.